Someone wanted to find out how to delete a row when writing a certain word. The word is cancel. We're going to write cancel here in all caps, and we're going to delete this row. Now, you're going to get some problems with this, and I'm going to show you how to do this, what problems you're going to run into, and how to fix those problems or work around them to make this safer and better to use. So first thing we're going to do is go up to extensions AppScript. This will open AppScript. Don't worry, I'm going to write every single piece of code for you step by step in this video. Just watch and type as I type. One function we're going to use is called the onEdit function. This is a built-in function that uses an event here. We're going to make that just E, but just think of this E as the event, the actual editing that's happening. Now, editing means we're going to go to the sheet, not the structure. The only thing that triggers when onEdit happens is when a cell is changed. When you're editing the cell, even this January to February, you select this drop-down menu, you edit text inside, or you add text like cancel. If we do that, that's going to trigger this onEdit function. We can only have one of these in a spreadsheet at a time. We need to know the row that we're on. So this is going to be the event.range.getRow. We need to know, actually we don't need to know anything yet. This is going to be the simplest way to do it, but also the least safe. If this row is above 1, meaning it's not the header, this is what we're going to do. We're going to delete the row. Actually, we're going to find out what the value is. We need actually that value. What is the editing value? What is the text that someone is going to be entering? And this is e.value. Simply that. We want to make sure that we just say value is equal to, and we're going to write all caps cancel. That's the only thing we're going to do right now. If it's cancel, we're going to delete the whole row. So what we do is spreadsheet app.getActive. Spreadsheet, actually getActive sheet is going to work here. We just need delete row. And the index, this is going to be just the number at which the row is. So it's just row. And that's it. This is the least safe version, the least things we can do. It is one line, just delete the row that we're on. Let's see if it works. We're going to take this employee onboarding process and cancel it. There, it is gone, done, deleted, never to be seen again. Here are some issues with this code. One, we're not checking where is this value being entered. We're only getting the word cancel. Even if you put cancel in a different column, it's going to cancel it. So even if you have, for instance, it's going to sound weird, but if you have the project called cancel, if this just happens to be something, the project name, it will also delete that whole row. Another issue is that once we put in the word cancel, it is deleting it, never to be seen again. I prefer that it goes to another page, another tab, as an archive or a delete tab, and then you delete it from there. This means if you just put the word cancel in, that means anyone can cancel. Anyone who has edit access to this sheet can hit the word, write the word cancel and delete it, which may be what you want. But there are some issues that if you have a lot of people working, they might not even know that this exists and happen to write the word cancel. Let's add a few more criteria for this to happen. So one, in this value, we want to make sure and column is equal to 3. Actually 4, sorry, the D column. That's number 4. How do we get the column? We do variable column equals e.range.getColumn. There we go. And now this will only happen when we put cancel in this 4th column. So let's write that here, cancel, and we'll delete the product launch. There it goes. But also, again, we don't want to delete this row. That's my main beef with this, is we want to move this row. So let's do that. Let's get the row first, get range, row 1, and we need max columns. We just want the one row. The number of columns is going to be however many columns there are in this page. So variable max columns equals spreadsheet at, actually let's get this whole thing, variable ss equals active spreadsheet, and we can reduce this to just ss dot get max columns. There we go. We're getting that whole range, and we're going to copy to where? What I like to do is I like to copy it to another page that's called archive. So let's actually duplicate this and call it archive, or even canceled. We're going to delete everything in here except the header. Make sure we have a new row, so we can go ss.getSheetByName. Actually, we need something else, variable sheet cancel sheet equals spreadsheet app.get active spreadsheet, get sheet by name, canceled, and that's where we want to copy it to, canceled sheet, and we want to make sure we get the range correct. We do probably want to put it at the end, so we want to go one row, well actually last row, one, and max columns. So what is that last row? We'll do variable last row equals canceled sheet.get last row. And let's see if this works. We'll save it, and we're just copying it over, so we'll write cancel, and there it is. It's in the very top one. So actually we need to do last row plus 1 to ensure that that header stays there. There we go. So that header is going to be the last row. We'll insert it under there. Let's see if that works. Cancel, office renovation, and there it is. We can also add a row just to make sure we'll always have blank rows. Insert row after last row. So now we also have to delete the row because we're just now copying it over. Now let's delete it. And so just like we did before, we're going to take the active sheet, delete row, and delete the row that we're on. And this whole thing will move it, meaning what it'll do is actually copy the row and then delete the row. So let's see if we do it. Website design, redesign, canceled, it's deleted, and there it is. Website redesign. So that saves you a lot of headaches of, hey, where is it? We have to go and look in the version history and see it. We now get all of the canceled projects here. And from here, you can do another step if you actually do want to delete this project from existence, delete this row completely, you can do that. But at least it's out of your purview here. One other thing we want to fix is not doing just the active sheet, but we want to make sure that we're on a certain sheet. So let's call this sheet 1 projects, and only do this if we're on the sheet called projects. Variable, we want to make sure variable active sheet name is equal to spreadsheet app.get active sheet.get name. And in our if statement, we want to do ampersand and active sheet name is equal to projects. That's another little safeguard you can add there to make sure we're on the proper sheet. We're going from projects to canceled. Perfect. Nothing else is happening. We also want to make sure we're not in the header row. So we add another ampersand row is greater than 1. That gives another safeguard that we're not editing the header row in case we want to write the word cancel somewhere else. So far, this is a pretty safe way to delete a row when writing a certain word. If you're looking for more out of your Google Sheets, subscribe here on Better Sheets on YouTube. Feel free to ask any questions you want.